Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple keychain or luggage tag type thing. I'm going to pull in a box, so a rectangular prism. I'm going to stretch it out here. Notice these numbers that tell you the dimensions. So I'm going to go here like that. 90 millimeters would be 9 centimeters. And I'm going to stretch this out a little wider here. Say 40. Don't have to be precise. Okay, 43 millimeters would be 4.3 centimeters. I'm going to tip this up here, shrink it down here to say, we'll go 7 millimeters tall. And I want to have a rounded edge here, so I'm going to bring in a cylinder. See, this was 43 millimeters, so I'm going to do the same thing to this. Stretch that. Oops, I stretched it up. I meant to click that. Oh, I didn't. Huh. Stretch that out to 43 millimeters there, so it's about the same. And I'm going to stretch it out this way a little bit. I'm going to shrink it down there. Make sure that's the same height. Is that 8? That was 7, so I'm going to make this one 7 as well to make it the same. Alright, and I'm going to join these together, line those up like that. Let's look here. So those edges are the same, and then I'm going to stretch that out a little bit. I want to move it in just a tad. A little bit more. And then I'm going to use the selector tool. So I just turn it. Use the selector tool to make those one thing. Alright, so you see you have a rounded edge there, and I'm going to go ahead and put a hole in there. By the way, if I didn't like how I did that, I could undo it. Alright, but I'm going to put a hole in there, make that hole smaller. Looks good. And I'm going to turn that into a hole. So I click on that and click on the hole symbol on the shape selector, shape tool, and I'm going to put the selector around there, band selection tool, and I'm going to join those together to make that hole. So now I've got a hole in it, and then I can just scroll down here to text, and I can put the text right on it, or I can put it here and mess around with it. So, and I can change the size of that text. Go back into shape menu here, and for the text, I can change the text. I can change it to PLTW, or I can change it to something else, sample. I can keep it all caps if I want, or I can make it lowercase. That would be too big to fit on there. I can change the size of the text, or I can change the size of the keychain itself to fit what I want. Change the size of the text. I can put more words on there. I can put another set of text. Move this up here. And I can put some more text on and resize that a little bit. And move it over, kind of center it, whatever I want to do. Or I could put an image on there, I could put some shapes on there. You can play around with it, but simple way to make a little luggage tag, and it doesn't have to be the same size as this. I was just playing around with it just to give you an idea. Oh, and of course, I would want to group that all together as well. Take a look at it from all sides, make sure the text isn't floating above it or extending off the edge. And I would use the band selection tool. Oops. Band selection tool, make sure I've selected all the text, and then group it all together so it's all one object, all connected together. And then I'd simply export that and add that to one of the flash drives to submit.